Top 10 Business Disasters Ever.
Imagine inventing the future and then destroying your own company by ignoring it. For decades, Kodak dominated photography. In 1975, one of Kodak's own engineers created the world's first digital camera. But there was one problem. Kodak executives were afraid digital photos would kill their film business, so they kept the technology in the shadows. Meanwhile, companies like Sony and Canon embraced the digital revolution. As smartphones and digital cameras took over, film sales collapsed. And in 2012, Kodak, the company that invented digital photography, filed for bankruptcy. Kodak didn't fail because it missed the future. It failed because it was too afraid to replace its own success. Sometimes your biggest competitor is yourself. Imagine ruling the phone industry and then losing everything in just a few years. In the early 2000s, Nokia was unstoppable. It controlled nearly half of the world's mobile phone market, and millions of people owned a Nokia. Then, in 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone. But Nokia's executives didn't believe smartphones with touchscreens would replace traditional phones. Instead of adapting quickly, Nokia stuck with its old software and underestimated the competition. Meanwhile, Apple and Android phones exploded in popularity. By 2013, Nokia's phone business had collapsed and was sold to Microsoft. Nokia didn't fail because it lacked technology. It failed because it thought being number one meant it couldn't be replaced. In business, yesterday's giant can become tomorrow's warning. Wait, it gets even crazier. See you in the next one. Jeromify.
What if I told you one decision cost a company over $100 billion? Back in 2000, Blockbuster was the king of movie rentals. Then, a tiny startup called Netflix offered to sell itself to Blockbuster for just $50 million. Blockbuster's executives laughed and turned them down. At the time, it seemed like the right call. People loved renting DVDs, and Netflix was still losing money. But Netflix kept innovating. It introduced online subscriptions, pioneered streaming, and completely changed the way the world watches movies. Meanwhile, Blockbuster failed to adapt. By 2010, Blockbuster had filed for bankruptcy. Today, Netflix is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, while only one Blockbuster store remains. One bad decision didn't kill Blockbuster. Ignoring the future did. Wait, it gets even crazier. See you in the next one. Jeromify.
Imagine changing one recipe and making millions of customers furious overnight. In 1985, Coca-Cola faced growing competition from Pepsi. After taste tests showed people preferred sweeter drinks, Coca-Cola made a shocking decision. They replaced their original formula with something called New Coke. The company expected customers to love it. Instead, America erupted. People protested, stockpiled the old Coke, and flooded Coca-Cola with thousands of angry calls and letters. The backlash was so massive that just 79 days later, Coca-Cola brought back the original formula as Coca-Cola Classic. Ironically, the controversy made people appreciate the brand even more. New Coke became one of the biggest marketing disasters in history. But sometimes losing what people love reminds them why they loved it in the first place. Wait, it gets even crazier. See you in the next one. Jeromify. They had the chance to buy Google for just $1 million, and they said no. Back in 1998, two Stanford students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, offered their young search engine to Yahoo. But Yahoo didn't see much potential and passed on the deal. A few years later, Google was growing rapidly. This time, Yahoo wanted to buy Google, but Google demanded $5 billion, and Yahoo thought the price was too high. So once again, the deal fell apart. Google went on to dominate search, online advertising, YouTube, Android, and much more. Today, Google's parent company Alphabet is worth trillions of dollars, while Yahoo faded from the spotlight. Yahoo didn't lose because it lacked money. It lost because it underestimated the future. Think this was crazy? Follow and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. This is Jeromify. Toys R Us didn't just compete with Amazon. It helped build the monster that would later beat it. Back in 2000, Toys R Us was one of the biggest toy stores in the world, but online shopping was growing fast. So instead of building its own strong website, Toys R Us made a deal with Amazon. Amazon would handle the website, orders, and delivery. Toys R Us would provide the toys. At first, it looked smart, but then Amazon allowed other toy sellers onto its platform. Toys R Us sued Amazon and eventually won the right to end the deal. But by then, the damage was done. Amazon had learned the toy business, and Toys R Us had lost years of building its own online empire. Years later, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy. The lesson? Never outsource the future of your business to a company that could become your biggest competitor. Think this was crazy? Like and follow for more unbelievable stories. This is Jeromified. Pepsi once promised Filipinos a chance to become millionaires. Then one wrong number turned the promo into a disaster. In 1992, Pepsi launched a promo in the Philippines called Number Fever. Every bottle cap had a number, and if your number was announced on TV, you could win cash prizes, even up to 1 million peso. The campaign became huge. People bought Pepsi just to collect caps. Then came the number that changed everything. 349. Thousands of people had bottle caps with 349 and believed they had won the grand prize. But Pepsi said many of those caps had the wrong security codes. The winners were offered a smaller goodwill payment instead. People felt cheated. Protests, lawsuits, and chaos followed. What started as a marketing campaign became one of the darkest promotions in business history. The lesson? Never make a promise your system cannot control. Think this was crazy? Follow and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. This is Jeromified. Before Facebook ruled the internet, there was one social media king everyone used. In the mid-2000s, MySpace was massive. It was where people shared music, photos, blogs, and customized their profiles. Then in 2005, News Corp bought MySpace for $580 million. At first, it looked like a genius move, but MySpace became crowded with ads, messy features, and a confusing user experience. Meanwhile, Facebook focused on something simple: a cleaner design, real identities, and a better social experience. Slowly, users started leaving MySpace. Then faster. Then almost everyone moved to Facebook. By 2011, News Corp sold MySpace for only about $35 million. From internet king to business warning sign, MySpace didn't lose because social media died. It lost because it forgot the user. Think this was crazy? Follow and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. This is Jeromified. This app raised $1.75 billion, then disappeared in just 6 months. In 2020, a streaming app called Quibi launched with a huge promise. It wanted to be the Netflix of short videos. The idea was simple: Hollywood-quality shows made for your phone, with episodes under 10 minutes. Big celebrities joined, major investors backed it, and the company spent heavily before launch. But there was one problem. People already had YouTube, TikTok, Netflix, and Instagram, and Quibi forced users to watch inside its own app, making it harder for clips to spread online. Then the pandemic hit, and people were stuck at home watching bigger screens, not quick videos on the go. Just 6 months after launching, Quibi shut down. Quibi didn't fail because it lacked money. It failed because money cannot fix a product people don't need. Think this was crazy? Follow and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. This is Jeromified. This company gave people unlimited movies for just $9.95 a month. And that was exactly the problem. In 2017, MoviePass shocked the entertainment world. For less than the price of one movie ticket, subscribers could watch movies in theaters again and again. People loved it, millions signed up. But behind the scenes, the business model was collapsing. Every time a customer watched a movie, MoviePass often had to pay the theater. So the more people used the service, the more money the company lost. To survive, MoviePass started changing rules, limiting movies and frustrating its own users. The deal that once felt amazing suddenly felt unreliable. By 2019, MoviePass shut down. MoviePass didn't fail because people hated the product. It failed because people loved it too much. Think this was crazy? Follow and subscribe for more unbelievable stories. This is Jeromified.
Like and subscribe for more videos.